What is up, you bushy boys and girls? Back at it again with another bushy fitness vid. It is the end of January, so if you're still sticking to that dang New Year's resolution, you know what, good for you. But we're going to go over some fitness myths today. Because fitness, which it's a good thing, is more and more popular as the days, months, years go on. There's a lot of misinformation out there, and I'm not claiming to be a dang expert. I'm just giving my opinion. Like, I do have a college degree, and I'm studying for the most part to be a personal trainer. It's really just the science part that throws me off. I love how the muscles in the body works. It really does fascinate me. I want to help people get healthier, but anyways, also like making YouTube videos. But here we go, the fitness myths. I believe I have 6 of them for you. So starting with number 1 is that there's an anabolic window. And Bush, what the heck does that mean? I just got here, and what the heck, you're making fitness videos now? Yeah, you're a little late to the party, bud. So the anabolic window is the time, well, claimed the time after your workout that you're supposed to get protein in so your muscles can recover properly. You do not need to down a dang protein shake right after. Like, even 5-6 hours later, it's really about eating. You want to eat about 4 to 5 times a day so you can maximize your muscle protein synthesis, which is how you build muscle. Because if you have meals throughout the day instead of just one big one or a lot of mini ones, it'll really help you build that muscle over time, as long as you're staying consistent, eating high protein meals, and the gains will come. Of course, you have to have a stimulus, water as well, energy. I've gone over that in a short, but don't just think you're gonna build all the muscle in the world by lifting a few weights. Number 2, the lifting makes you shorter or bulkier. And I am not exactly the science person, the science bush, whatever, researcher. But there was a myth that, especially with kids, that lifting would stunt their growth. Now, I could understand that in a sense of like a squat, if they're training really, really heavy at a young age. But younger age, like kids are going to be training more like movement patterns and functional movements instead of going for those 1 rep, max bench presses. Lifting makes you bulky. Yeah, if you're on steroids. I know this is a lot of female bush's fear. Dude, you do not have testosterone. You are not going to build as much muscle as us men, and I'm not trying to brag. That is just a fact. Testosterone builds more muscle. So don't worry about getting shorter or bulkier. Just train. You will feel a lot better having more muscle, less fat. That way you can eat more food, be a fatty, and be your best average bush. Number 3, calories do not matter. Of course they do, because what you put into your body is what you get out of it. And what I mean is, you have a daily expenditure. So mine, I would say, is 2,800 calories. Basically, if I just sat here and did nothing, well, I also include my lifting and my exercise and work. So let's just say the average person, 2,000 calories, just sitting here being a potato, doing nothing. So you have to eat that amount of calories in order to maintain your muscle. And having higher or lower, it's not all gonna happen on one day. Like, if you screw up one day, it is just fine. Just don't make it a consistent habit, because it's the days that stack upon days. That's how you really add all that dang fat. You don't have to be perfect with your tracking. Just be conscious of what you're eating. Go for low calorie, dense foods like fruits, vegetables, basically stuff with high protein, like lean meat. You'll be good. Don't worry. Carbs are bad. So I'm going to use bread as an example because I eat it every day. People say that carbs make you fat and bread is the enemy, for example. It's really the stuff you put on, like the butter, the jelly, that stuff that's high fat, high sugar. It gets a bad rap with carbs, and that carbohydrates is how you have energy for your dang day. Like with my prep, having no carbs close to the show before I carbed up and got my glycogen stores back up, which is water storing in the muscle. Dang, if you tune in today, you're learning a lot. Yeah, don't demonize a macronutrient. That is not cool, unless it's fat, because we want to keep that lower, but still have our minimum 50 to 65 grams a day, depending how big of a bush you are. And again, I can't give exact macronutrients or calorie requirements for you. You kind of have to experiment. Like for example, me with 2,800 calories, I'm about 173 pounds, been eating closer to 2,700. On average, I'll have those 3,000 calorie days when I need more food, more energy, but then I'll sit around the low 170s, like 171. And I've been bodybuilding for like 3 years, so it's really just something you gotta play with. Doing everyday intense sessions, no. You wanna split up your workouts across the week, because if you burn out, this is one of my biggest pet peeves. People get into the gym January 1st, I'm gonna go all out, and then January 2nd, yeah, they're so sore they can't move. They might go to the gym for another week or two, but after that, hence the meme of the resolutioners, yeah, they're gone, they're dead. Kind of goes with the carbs. The last one I had is sugar and fat are bad, but it's really just associated with the foods like peanut butter. Yes, it has protein, but it's really high in fat. And then yeah, candies. For me, I don't really eat candy. I'm not trying to brag again, but that's why I eat a bunch of fruit and put sweeteners on it to kind of simulate candy and give my brain, again, over time, it's just something that takes practice and experimenting, but I kind of trick myself into thinking it's candy or something sweet. Of course, I still have stuff like chocolate cake and muffins, yum. But you really just gotta find a balance, and ultimately, that 80-20 rule, if you remember from my last or previous videos, 80% healthy, 20% unhealthy, aka stuff you want that isn't necessarily the most macro-friendly or anabolic. And anabolic is food that will build muscle or is best for building muscle, like egg whites, lean meat, stuff that the pro bodybuilders friggin' eat. Well, that's it for the video, you bushy boys and girls. These are just some fitness myths. Getting to the end of January, see a lot of bushy stuff online that just really bugged me and thought I'd clear it up with my own opinion. Again, I'm not an expert on it, a PhD or anything. Just my bushy opinion to be your best average bush. Don't forget to follow the TikTok, Instagram. Again, I do all my own editing, and hopefully I put it there. Sometimes I'm a lazy freaking bush. So anyways, guys, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and yeah. See you bushes later.